Right, guys, is that working now? Not sure there is. Can anyone hear me, guys? Ah, right, my technical.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. Having a few technical issues this morning, guys. Sorry about that. And been chasing my tail with the AI as well. A real pain in the. Anyway, good morning. So I just struggled with getting these reports out this morning. We've got quite a few trades out as well. So that's good. Right, the report, boom, 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 boom. Today's report. I think the bots yesterday did really, really well. I don't know how people manage them, but yeah. Um, today, well, you could argue that's the wrong one. That's risk, slightly risk on, I would say today. Risk where markets are barely grubbing along and being look at that, look at that. That's me. Just desperately try to type the compute the anyway, it doesn't matter. I had some technical issues this morning. Content and reports okay. It's just my typo. We're in a bit of a risk-off mood at the moment. We're just barely grubbing along with a bit of performance on the indices. We had a little rise out of gold, but nothing too much. FTSE ATR today is 15, DAX 64, Hang Seng actually, and the Nikkei cautiously optimistic. They're barely 0.05 and 0.06 respectively up, so nothing really to shout out about. DAX on its seventh day run going high, and FTSE on its fifth day run going flat. Let's see if we can get along today without any saber rattling from Trump. That would be quite good. Simon mentioned yesterday that everything's all good with these Wi-Fi, so we will be doing the support and resistance session training straight after this live session at 9:45. Just checking if Simon's in the room. Are you okay for 9:45, Simon?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
No worries. We'll do 9:45 then. We'll do the stream. We'll do the live session, I should say, and then have a break, and then we'll come back and do 9:45, the support and resistance training. So that's good. So hopefully everyone's seen this. I won't go into the detail. Major things really are, uh, well, US-China tensions are escalating a little bit, and well, are tariffs being eased or not? Persistent uncertainty, it's just leading to the decline of the US dollar, really. Um, Not a lot to talk about because there isn't a lot to talk about today for day traders. What I've got in today, really, I've got gold, and as you can see, good old Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan don't really have a Scooby-Doo. They just keep throwing numbers into the midst all the time. And as a day trader, we're just looking to get to the targets that we talked about all week, back in the last week and yesterday, I should say, because it's only Tuesday. Euro USD is sort of as the markets are, the quietening down a bit and dollar's getting weaker. We've got our revisit back on the Euro USD. And again, the FTSE, it would be nice just to come back up and hit the target again on the FTSE. We've got US crude coming down and hit the 61.82 yesterday, and we're going for a little bit lower. I want to sell the USD Japani again. I think that's already come down to targets. We're in that anyway, in USD CAD. Don't forget USD Japani guys and USD CAD. Really, if you've got your bots on, I would leave them on for those two assets today, and we can see what we can do about giving giving them a good old whack today. I'll just have a quick look at the before we go into what we're going to do in 4 minutes time. Just make sure gold, USD CAD, USD Japani. Probably want to put that on. Well, I've got the BTC box running as well. And we'll say we've got gold fracker must have turned itself on. We'll have to go and have a look at that. But for the what we're going to do with the FTSE, well, absolutely flat, the FTSE, isn't it? We've hit the targets twice. We need to break out of 84.55. I'm not sure really if there's anything in the economic calendar that's going to give us anything to write home about. We've got Ramsden's speech at 10:40. It's nothing to talk about. We've got consumer confidence at 3 o'clock on the US, but that's nothing to write home about either. You know, we have a GFK consumer confidence at 7 o'clock come out. Consensus was -26, previous was -24, and it come out at 20, so coming down slightly. Nothing to write home about, really. What we're going to do today on the FTSE, well, you can see we're certainly bullish. So booted the machine back up. Right, we'll get rid of these puts for the moment. The machine's just started back up. I don't know what's gone off, but yeah. So we're a closing gap here, right? We'll do the analysis live. We've got closing gap. Yesterday, did everyone get the FTSE short yesterday and stayed in all the way through?
Yeah.
It was an absolute blinder of a trade, wasn't it? It was really nice. Right. So we've got Camarilla breakout long, pivot risk. We're trading above Camarilla breakout long, which generally means if we do that at the open, it's going to be a breakaway trade. I really don't want to get too excited. If this market, again, like we did yesterday and did the puts yesterday as well, if the market can come right up into these daily highs again, then I think we've got to short that again. Otherwise, we've got all the pivot boys will be trying to buy the pivot today. So we've got Camarilla breakout along risk here. There. We've got pivot risk here, and we've got this closing gap. So hang on a second, what do I do on my screen? Screen hasn't that's it. Sorted itself out as well. Let's get into the detail because we've got just under a minute. Right, we're under, right, okay. So what I want to see, you can quite clearly see what we've got here. We've got potential daily pivot risk. If the market spikes up back into these areas here, then it's 15 pip stop and open target all the way down to the close. That's if that happens. I don't think it will, but we'll see. So we'll at 449 if it comes up. We'll short that. Otherwise, we are going for this gap. So we're looking for the close to the pivot. It's around about 11. We want to put that in 11 and 11. If we break the R2, whoa, got to go fast. Got to go fast. The chances are here we've got an ATI of 11 here. I've got to be really quick with this gap. I'm too busy waffling and talking as per normal. But the risk is people will buy the pivot today. The risk is that people will buy the pivot. And what I want to be able to do today is to buy this a lot lower if we can, or short it into 84.49. So we've got 84.49, 15 pip stop, and to close the gap again all the way down here. Otherwise, we are going to trade the pivot down to the last 11 pips to close that closing gap. Let's just move out. Give it a bit of a helicopter view. You can see here. I think we can bring this support down. We need 3 pins. We'll talk about this on the support and resistance trend this morning. We've got a beautiful cam trade potential setting up here or further down. So you can see if I can just, there we go. So if we come down to here, which is, it isn't showing up very well, is it, guys? That it's that's the close and the 2-day low. So what we're looking at here would be if the market comes down in the first hour, the quicker the better, into the Camarilla breakout short here. We're going to do an ATR trade. We'll do 16 and 16, which would be the market coming down a slight front run with a 16 pip stop down here and a 16 pip bounce back up into here. System trades. The market doesn't know what it's going to do at the moment. The market is quite flat at the moment, very, very flat. We've had a high test up here on pre-cash, and we'll have to just wait and see what we actually what we get. Right. Dum, 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 dum. Whoops, something wrong. It went wrong on YouTube, apparently. All right, okay. How the heck do I put comments on here then? All right, and just refresh that. Nope, still not allowing me to do comments. All right, let's see if I can. What day is that today? What day are we on today? Right, guys, is that working now? Oh, right. Let's get the switch accounts. There we go. Make sure it's all working. Right. Failed to type now, aren't I? Right. Let's go. Let's zoom out. We want this gap close today. Get this out of the way. Get the first 1% into the bank. Stop to entry on here now, guys. Just in case let's make this this trade risk-free. And we'll get rid of that. And we want this to come down, smash this gap. But then we want to actually buy the market as well. So we're not too bothered about this now. It should do what it says on the can. And let's see what we can get. Did everyone get into the gap trade by any chance? Anyone?
No, I did not.
All right. Okay, great. Cheers, Irene. Right, I've not sent the emails out yet today for the questionnaire type stuff that I mentioned, but I will get them out today. I will get them out today. So the risk is we'll get some front runs of the close into this confluence. What we've got to remember is, there we are, it's risk-free and off. A lot of people don't see where all the pivots are. A lot of retail traders don't have pivots. They just look at the confluences and buy in the confluence. That's not their fault. They don't have the tools. And you can see quite clearly they've bought into that confluence. We can see where all the major pivots are in the market and where the closing gap is. I'm just thinking, how can we close this again risk-free? Can we get into a bit of a fracker? I think this will close, but because the market's, that's too close. Now the market will close. So the issue I had this morning, that's why we made this risk-free, is this pivot here. That's the risk. The risk was the market would get bought up around here, but also into these levels here, which is a confluence level. We'll get all the people having a go at buying in here, but there is a closing gap, and the market makers will try and get that gap closed before the market really moves off. So our challenge is, how do we get that gap closed? So we've got down to 84.20 and it's 84. It is within 3 pips. So I think we can call that closed. What a pin in a bomb that is, isn't it? Never mind. The key to all this is manage your risk. Manage your risk. Let's go and have a look at the other trades that we were looking at this morning. Euro USD, USD CAD, USD Japani, gold, and crude. Don't have to take them all, of course, but let's go and have a look. I'm not bothered about this now. This should have come, if it's going to close, this should have come straight down and smacked the gap. There's no accounting for the guys buying these, these support levels that were there. We had the pivot boys. The market came down. You can see that spike. The market came down, was immediately bought by some of the pivot boys, or taking money off the table. Let's have a quick check. Was there an EB7 trade there as well? Early bird I didn't take. I was too busy wrestling with technology. No, there's EB7 trade there, but it went straight down to the pivot. It's too risky, to close this gap, put a trade on and get that money, for the simple reason, where do you put your stop? Your stop would have to be above this fractal, or if you were really super aggressive, it'd have to be above this flat top Heikin Ashi candle on the 5-minute. But you don't have a decent risk. Well, there is a risk reward there, but I can't do that when you're teaching and doing it. I can't talk you through the trade and do the trade at the same time. Kind of just doesn't work that way, really. Let's have a think about what we can do here with the FTSE. I'd like it to come further down, and ideally we'll just set this cam trade up now. We'll do 16. It's 15.3. The 15.3 is the ATR today. We'll run it at 16. Camera levels are 83.96. We'll do it at 97, 97.5, just to make sure we get the spread. Right, so what we're looking for here, I'll just type that in so you can graphically see what we're going for here is that trade there, 1-to-1, doing the cam trade, roughly. It's roughly about right. To make it absolutely spot on, in case someone reviews it and says, oh, well, you got the numbers wrong. There we go. Best make it look pretty at night. It goes in the right way. So there's the trade. There's a gap close, as you can see now. Always an issue when you're trading first thing in the morning. Judgment was the gap would be closed, and the gap was closed. If we had done the 11 in 11, so 11 that we're to the gap here, and our trade was a pivot, obviously that would have nailed it straight away. The risk was, and actually did happen, is all the retail traders will just be buying that flipping confluence. They won't be aware that market makers are going to push that gap. So that's one thing to be aware of. When we've got this pivot risk in the way, it can be a bit of a pain, and we've got confluence as well. So we just want to buy this. I'm going to put an alert into here. If the market comes back towards the close, and we're going to zoom out. So this is, I'm not going to follow this down. We're not going to trade against the trend. Only when we're doing the gap trades, we will be trading against the trend, or if we get an exhaustive count like we did yesterday, and we traded all the way from up the, we traded from these levels all the way up here, all the way down to the close and made a killing. But we're in no man's land at the moment. We want the market to come down. We want a cam trade followed by a 15-minute bar. That would be pretty nice if we can get that. So we've got the trade set for. We're only looking at high probability setups. We're not just going to follow everything. So high probability setup will be buying a camera breakout short, or high here, or closing that gap. Incidentally, did anyone actually get the gap trade? I know I really, for the room, tried to keep the risk as low as practically possible. Anyone keep 11.11 and hit the gap? No?
Yes, thanks, Steve. Yeah.
Oh, you did, right. It's okay to do that, risking 1-to-1. The trade was there. The risk was it would reverse. It reversed from a stop, and unfortunately, I got on the wrong side of that, but no loss, no gain. So we are looking, let's get rid of some of these areas I was just looking at this morning. So what we're looking at here is a cam trade. That would be really, really nice. So we're going to put an alert down above the cam just in case there's a front run. We do want to get a 15-minute bar. That would be nice if we can get a 15-minute bar reversal off that, as well as a cam trade. That would be lovely. Nice powerful bar coming down. Let's just save that and let's just go and have a look at some of the other trades that we've got online. If if this comes down, we'll get hit. The alert will go off and we'll get ready for our trade. So let's go and have a little look. So USD Japani, that this morning was me as I put that in, trying to be aggressive with a fracker. First target's hit. Second target is down at 14,119, and I'll show you how we got to those. But let's go through the rest of the trades. So USD Japani, I traded that one this morning up back up to these levels. This is the one we did yesterday, which worked nicely, but that's not on today's slot sheet. Euro USD. So Euro USD, that's on our trade plan and report. Markets come down, and there's a 15-minute bar there, which was just under the 9 EMA, but there's the second 15-minute bar. It was also a fractal at the same time, so the setup was really, really nice, and going for just over a 2% trade, heading up to the target 11,423 here. And that will be where it is. It's just playing out. We're kind of 3/4 of the way there now. CAD, USD CAD. Can't see for looking. Where is it? There we are. Right, USD CAD. That was another one. We're going just over 1%. The target, what happened here, I don't know why I set that target into there. I was doing analyses this morning, thinking, where could we have an easy target to trade? But I think I can we want to stretch that a bit further. And I think, I'll just quickly check if I put these in the room. Yeah, I set these up early this morning. Yeah. So yeah, crude, USD Japani, USD CAD. Yeah. And gold. Gold. Yeah. Right. What was this one? Oh yeah, man. Lot of trades on gold yesterday. So, and they all hit, of course. So that was nice on gold as well. Anyway, that was yesterday's. I started doing I think I'm probably doing a little bit biting off more than I can chew at the moment. So we have got the pivots here, of course, and I know that I have the trade plan. I've just been typing in what was one and what was not yesterday, and I haven't typed this stuff in for today, really. But it wasn't 1%. We did a lot better than that. Did a lot better than 4% yesterday. But I'm going to have to go back on the history and type it in correctly, and then rather than just showing this online, we'll stick it in the results, and we'll into the results store where you can see how we traded during the day. Did we win? Did we lose? If we won, what did we win? 3% for, you can see, so on and so forth. These are what we used to do up until about Christmas, all the different things. So I'm going to start putting those back in again, modified with our AI tools as well. So what we're going to do now is you can see with the AI there. So we're going to register the AI tools, recommendations with my overlay for technical targets, and then the extras that I spot during the morning that the AI tools might not have done or have a different view to me. I'll get that running smoothly or smoother. So we're in the money on USD CAD. We're in the money on Euro USD. USD Japanese just 10 pips down. Crude, we're in the money as well. Crude. So crude, well, it's been a funny old thing, crude at the moment, hasn't it? As you can see, it is very negative. And first targets have already been hit. Second targets are 6,004 or $60.04. That's the next big target to go for. And how do we get into crude? Is anyone in crude at all? Right, no one's in crude. The way I set crude up, this morning, the crude was tottling back up. And from a technical point of view, it seemed pretty astute to make sure we trade kind of under this last lower level that we can see the market come off. Server closed, market closed for a short period of time, like it always does overnight. The market came along and started to drop. There's a 15-minute bar. I don't expect anybody else to be up at stupid o'clock like I am, but there's a 15-minute bar and a break under the 15-minute bar at 5:45. We trade the 15-minute bar from 5:30, as you know. So I just set this for 5:45 as the market was going up, expecting the market to drop back down. Now, if you are not in crude at the moment, there's a much tighter trade on crude. Here we have a 15-minute bar there. Nice 15-minute bar there. So I'm already in crude, but I'll trade this again just to show you, to get you in. I assume that no one's in crude because no one shouted out. So what we're going to do here, we're going to look at the crude as the base here to there. We've got 26.4 pips. Crude has a 3 pip spread. We always round that up, 26. So it's 27 plus 3's 30, plus this extra spread is 31, and then a pip below at 32. So we want 32 pip stop, 32 pip target at least. This could be a bit of a really pretty good trade today. So just check what is the low of here. The low is 12.6. I'll just go for 12. It's an aggressive 15-minute bar there. We'll just run this in at 12. There, 61.12. The next, I've already put this in. Where were these level? Why did I have that level in? The issue is I'm chasing my tail today with the issues, the IT issues we had this morning. So I'm not sure where that has come from. Is it me just moving the bar around? Is it yesterday's info. Let's just have a little look. Put some more data in. Let's have a look at see why that is. Markets always repeat themselves. I'll tell you what, there's nothing pertinent over the next few days, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to zoom out to the 1 hour and let's take a little look. All right, just into some confluence. So this is a 1-to-1. If you think like myself that crude could come down to 60.04 today, then maybe extend your target. So what we can do, I'll just show you the level. So at the level that we're wanting to go in, get rid of this. Right. So I'll put the 1-to-1 risk reward tool on.
Alert triggered.
Roughly, give or take, roughly there. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to extend this all the way down to my target, which is 6,004. Right, that's the FTSE alerting, so we need to go and have a little look at the FTSE again. 6,004. 6,004. And we'll be in there. So going for a bit
Alert triggered.
Bit of a monster trade. We're risking 32 pips, and we're going for 108.
Alert triggered.
So that's a 3.3% risk, or 1 to 3.3 reward. And what we're going to do, we're going to put an alert down here.
Alert triggered.
If you want to do a stop to entry or frack it going further down, then that's absolutely fine. Let's go back and have a look at the FTSE now. So BTC, sorry, we don't do BTC. That's in the money with the bots. Euro USD's in the money, USD CAD's in the money.
Alert triggered.
Gold's moving up, and FTSE, we need to look at FTSE now because it's starting to get interesting. We've had the market dive down, and it's doing a wee bit of a reversal, and that's why the trigger's being alerted here. We're now back up to the close. It would be nice if this was just a little wave 1, a wave 2 pullback. I mean, what I mean by that is there's a wave 1, wave 2 pullback, and another wave 1 coming further down. Would be lovely if we can get that. Obviously, the market doesn't know what we want. Let's get rid of some of these colouring by numbers. Ideally, we want that CBOS bounce in the first hour. We've got half an hour yet first before that might happen. But you can see here we've got the on-balance volume coming through. Pin in a butt. We don't want this. We want the market to come down a lot further. But nevertheless, again, just like yesterday, test your patience. This got to be patient. Got to be patient. When you see the markets come rattling down, the tendency is, it's reversed, and let's get in. And you often find when the market's coming down, you think you found the bottom, and the market just goes a bit further. So we want to wait. Just to recap, and we're not going to cherry pick. We'll pick what happened yesterday. So let's see what happened yesterday. With what I'm trying to show you is when the market comes down, you've got to be patient and wait for that reversal signal. Absolutely key. Patience is key. Patience always pays. Got to be patient. 15-minute bar reversal. You can play the support and resistance levels. We'll talk about that at 9:45 today in the training session. But let's go back to yesterday. Here we are. Market comes rattling off. and then you're looking for a 15-minute bar. So just zoom this. I'll just take this fracas off a minute. Right, so take the fracas off. I'll just get the pivots off again as well. So we make it clean chart. Market tried to pull up, drop down, and then we had a 15-minute bar indecision. We never take a 15-minute bar unless a 15-minute bar under the 9 EMA, unless it is a nice flat bottom. And we don't take a 15-minute bar if the wick is bigger than the body. There's a decent, like a grade 2 bar. There's a better grade 2 bar, but the wicks are still larger than the body. And although these all worked as you spotted, our preference, of course, yesterday was we're waiting on the cash to spike up into here, and then we sold it. Got some puts, 84.40 puts, and sold the market. Stop up here. Market came down, nearly a double tap test, and then it come crashing down, and we made all our rupees. So that was a bit of a bad example, because it was 8 o'clock is the actual open. Here's another example here. So the market's long. Market came down. Lovely bar. That is a lovely long. But we were short in the market, so we wouldn't have gone long anyway. I'm just trying to illustrate some of these trades. There's a 15-minute bar, and the 15-minute bar there would have been 19, not 17, to go with the spread. And by the time you got to at least halfway, 3/4, you would have put a stop to entry. So at 8, you'd have put a stop to entry into here. Fortunately, you would have been stopped out on that. It looks nice, but it would not have worked. It would have been a stop to entry. What I'm trying to illustrate is you've got to be really patient with these. That was a lovely bar there. It's a shame it was out of hours. You know, that if that wasn't a cash hour bar, that would have been great. Very, very close here. Flat bottom. If you're doing the 415 reversal, let's just just pull the one drive up. In a second. Just try and find it. Trading strategies. Is it a Q1? So we'll do the 15-minute. All right, 15-minute entry guide. If you haven't already got that, if guys are watching on YouTube, there should be a link down below to get that free guide. Trade setup stocks. Will it be in here? The learning one, right? Yeah, okay. Right, let's just to pull this strategy up. There is a belt, the belts and braces, but while you guys are learning, there's two 15-minute bar reversals. So these are all the systems that the assets, the 15-minute bar works on the indices. It works on any FX, but these are the only indices that they recommend it works on. And then we are just looking for the trades on the 4-hour and 1 hour. You don't need the 15-minute on your side. So what we're looking for here is just a direct break of a 15-minute bar, and make sure you can get a 1-to-1 within that. And what else is there here? First trading day of the month. Actually, we've got the first trading day of the month this week. So if you're gonna, I know there's quite a few people on holiday still, but if you can get in, what day is, what's the first trading day of the month? Is it Thursday? Get me a little calendar out. Yeah, Thursday. If you want to see how the FTSE really moves quick, you need to be in, make sure you get yourself in on Thursday morning, and we'll show you the first of the month trade, a bit of a monster. As well, the EOM end of month trades for the DAX and the Dow will be on Wednesday evening as well. So we'll be trading that for quarter of an hour on the DAX and half an hour, quarter of an hour on the Dow and half an hour on the DAX. Now, if you've not done these, then come on to watch them, because your experience of these, you don't get much runtime. You only experience these 12 times a year. It's not a lot of instances to to learn from. Make sure. So EOMs on Wednesday evening. We don't do the ASX on the mornings now. Only the EOQs on that work very consistently still. But on a 15-minute bar, you can just see here the trade direction is only 4. That's why we call it the 415 reversal. I'll stop waffling and get that off. So we can do a 415 reversal. We do not need the belts and braces. I did the 15-minute belts and braces to help people who are really learning and to give them some really hardcore rules to live by. If you get the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15-minute, then that's going to be really, really, really good. Can I put this up on this website? So if you haven't already got them, God, I need to update that picture. Free resources. Where is it? Where are they? Whoops. There it is there. So there's a few different things to look at, but there, that's it there for the 15-minute guide. In actual fact, why am I showing people this? It's the 15-minute guides on the 15-minute guide. Where are we? HARKO 15-minute guide. Can I open up directly from the website? That's it there. Right. So this is when I was talking about grade 1, grade 2 bars, this is a guide. If you want the guide, for people who haven't got the guide, who are on watching the stream or watching the stream after it's all happened, if you want this guide, it's free to download off my website where I've just shown you. So 15-minute guide. It goes through, tells you the 15-minute guide, how to get the best possible entry if you're going to be patient. It then goes through in detail of what you need to look at on the 4-hour chart, what you need to look at the 1 hour, and then into the 15-minute, what you need to do. What are the candles you need to look for? What are the best possible candles? This is, of course, always Heikin Ashi. So the little blue line here is a 9 EMA. So this is the perfect storm candle to trade. A flat bottom, 15-minute Heikin Ashi candle, or again, if you're going short, a red one. The inverse is true. The second grade candle, a grade 2, and I mentioned about grade 2s, like here, grade 2, and then just stay away from this. It'll do you no good whatsoever. When you've got candles, wicks that are bigger than the body. Now, this is a great setup when you're learning, and the belts and braces, you really want to understand how to do the 15-minute bar. 415 reversals, a lot more to it than this, but this one will just keep you safe. You won't get many trades out, but when you do, there'll be very high probability entry systems. So, right. So I'm just getting some text through from guys that are not in the room that are just texting. Right. Right. So we're looking for a 415. So now here's an oxymoron here. We've got a fantastic candle here, 415 candle and a body. Quite a large body, a lot of volume with a large wick. And what you need to be able to do is to measure that. Can you get a trade off before the last swing high? So there's 34 pips and you stop here is 22. Absolutely yes. A 415 trade would say, right, okay, that is a great candle. That is a better candle. If you want to take the trade, just look at these patterns without the dates, the time frames. So if you are waiting for the belts and braces, there's your belts and braces candle, and there's your stop here. That low is lower than that. So your stop would be there at 11 pip run, so you'd need 1 pip for the spread plus 1 if it was in cash hours. So you'd be looking at roughly 13 pips, 13 pip stop here, and then it would have been quite a while actually before that hit there. It would have been 9 hours to get 1%, but that's out of cash hours. So what we're waiting for, we've got this market coming down here, and we're just waiting for this to do something. Let's go and have a look at how crude's getting on, because we set a crude up. Is anybody in crude now? Was it the second trade I did on crude? Yeah, so there we are on crude. We're anyone trading crude? You don't have to. It's not in your trading plan. You don't have to trade it.
Yeah, I took the 15-minute bar.
Right. Okay.
I was hoping for the bot maybe to kick in. I don't know.
Did you turn it on?
No, I haven't turned it on, but I suppose I could I?
I wouldn't, Paul. Not at the moment. Would I? Let me think.
Prefer a pullback
Right.
first.
Right, a crude bot. I would turn the crude bot on a if we can get a 15-minute bar pull up. This is so you can see something I did earlier. I put an alert in at 55 on the stop here, and for me, I'd put it in the bot room. If it comes up to here, then I would put the bot on, but being extended at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
You know, it's it's one of those things. Do you feel lucky, punk? I'd wait for a pullback on crude on 15-minute to be super aggressive. I don't know what's on the bots at the moment. The fracker. Right. Use the USD Japani saying switch it on. So I don't know if I've got USD Japani on already. No, I haven't. So I'm going to put USD Japani on now. It is saying go for it. So let's go for it. And I did really well. Yes, I've not updated yesterday on how the bots are doing, but I think this month's going to be let's wait for it to gear wheel up into green. Yeah. Let's just have a quick look. I've not updated. I know a few of them won yesterday. Right, we're 21.3% up this month. That's without USD CAD one. Did you switch these on, Paul?
I did actually. I switched on dollar yen and I got a very good quick win on that, so I was happy with that. I turned on the Swissy, and it sort of jumped out. It made about a half of normal. It's something went wrong with the pro real time or whatever, and then unfortunately I had to go out because if I'd left the dollar yen one on, it would have made another 2%.
Yeah, I turned mine off. I know one straight really fast.
Yeah.
It went like a rocket, which was really nice. It jumped in, ripped the rupees out of the market, and come out again. So I need to update it. So this isn't 21. It's probably around about 25 now, 24. So it's done better than March. March was 16% return. February was 17. January was 24. So we might be pushing. We've got a few more days. We've got a couple more trading days. So I think we should be around 24, 25%. So it's not doing bad. We're heading for roughly 240 odd percent a year, which is nice. And we should have made over 80% bank by now. Average performance 20% per month. And I don't know whether to do a video on this or not for YouTube. I'm not sure. So it'll attract all the trolls probably. People won't believe it, but
You actually have a question on YouTube, Steve, if you haven't noticed.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Cheers, Paul. Too busy waffling as per normal. Let's just have a.
I wouldn't say that.
You won't say that, yeah. And then everyone else in the room's quiet. Have I got a question? Right, okay. Oh, it's Mickey Long. Hi, Steve. The Daily AI Report. Is this only for HARKO? Subscribe. Hi, Mickey. Sorry, for people who don't know, Michael Dilks has been a trader with us, and he does these. He likes the S&P, but well, actually, to be honest with you, it's going on subscription this week. I've done a video for it on YouTube, and I just thought it might help people as well. So it will be available sometime this week when I get round to doing it. I'm just going to put it up for a tenner a month. And for that, what's that? Price of a cup of coffee a week to give you 6 things to focus on every day. And as everyone in the room knows, how accurate is it? It's pretty good. It's not good me blowing my own whistle. I wrote the code to find all the information, so I'm blowing my own whistle on that. It's AI that finds it all. So Mike will be available for tenner per month this week. From the website. Very soon. It's me getting around to doing it. So just to help people, news and views for the day, what's gone on, what's gone off, and then some focus on being able to do the trades. So of course, what we're doing now is just delivering the AI report. Where is it? Boom, 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 boom. Where are we? Got so many screens, I lose everything. Where is it? There we go. Get rid of that. So yeah, so we're on oil today, USD Japan today, USD CAD, not put the D in, of course. Gold, we want to go long. Euro USD, we're going long, and the FTSE, we do want to go long and close the gap. So these are all the things that I come up with, and these are all I do all the overlay of where the targets should be, because the AI is absolutely rubbish at that. The AI gets all the economics and fundamentals for the day and what all the analysts are thinking, but it's not good getting an analyst view because every analyst is different. Every analyst says some say it's blue, some say it's pink, and others say it's just doesn't exist. So, I'm your analyst on the AI report, but the AI report gives all the information, puts it all in one place, and I top and tail it with my technical view on what's going to happen with these 6 recommendations per day. So you better get hold of that soon. Starting to build 360 building pest on the pest inspections. All right, great. Great that people are using Heikin Ashi. It's powerful. It's what we use all the time, and it works pretty well. So let's get off focus. I'm waffling as per. Let's have a little look at Euro USD. So that's crude. Waiting for crude to come down and make a few more rupees. So we're doing quite well on crude now. We're in the money on crude. Euro. Let's just have a quick flick before we go back on the FTSE. USD Japani. Hopefully that bot will switch in and finish everything off for us. First target has been hit. Second target. Oh, I've gone and thrown the report away again now. Where have I put it? I forgot what I did with the report. But I'll just what screen did I throw it onto? Oh, here we are. 162. Where's crude? 61.82. That's not crude USD Japani, isn't it? Where are USD Japani? 14,240. We've gone past. We've hit that. Next one was 14,119. So a quick look. I think I know what I did with that one. Let's just what we're using a lot of the times we use Fibos on this. So let's the Fibo's still there. Right. So what I looked for was a Fibonacci. I didn't want to go down to 86.6. And I didn't want to just go for a shallow 61.8% retrace for the simple reason on the daily, we're really overcooked. And there's only one direction, really, from a technical perspective of where crude's going to go today. Sit on the crude slide, USD Japanese, sit on the USD Japanese slide and head that down. That reminds me, have I got that trade on? Flipping heck, I forgot to put it on the other machine. Bear with me a minute, I'm just going to put that trade on. What a muppet. We're in the market making money, and I'm talking about, yep, everything's going great, and I'm not even trading it. Oh, dear. I am now a bit late, but there we go. So we're looking at I was looking at a Fibo retrace. So the area of interest would be, from a Fibo point of view, would be going into this area here. So remember that. We'll put that in. That is your 61.8 to 78.6 Fibo. We have a beautiful flat top. If you're a swing trader, it does not get any better than that for a setup. Your Heikin Ashi flat top. The momentum is short as 200 EMA. We are price action. We are trading under 9 EMA, and we're coming from a big pullback. So the boat is pullback, ready for the market to be released and go flying down into the 4 hour now. Don't forget that round bubble. Well, oh, where's it gone? What have we done with it? Where's it gone? Oh, I might have it set so I don't view daily markups. It's probably right, so don't set daily markups. Right, hang on a second. So we really don't take too much notice of, for an intraday day trade, of what's happening at the daily level from the 4 hour level onwards. Can I where is my marker? The target score. So that's the top there. This will stay in all the way. At different levels, and we'll go talk about this at 9:45. At different levels, I have different things that actually show. So this is the level here. So I'm getting to the point telling you why it's 14,119. So this is the 61.8 Fibo, and that's a 78.6 Fibo. So that's all well and done. That's good. What I'm looking for here, just notice we're on a 1 hour, absolutely pull back coiled spring again. What I wanted to do is to have a trade that we broke past the 61.8, because it would seem reasonable that these bottoms would be tested again and people would buy off here. There's no point in having a 61.8 Fibo further down there, and the 78.6 is into the confluence. So what I thought was, once this is broken, where's the first levels that the people will look at where the support pins might be? And this is the support pin here, the top level here. We might have an issue with the market being pushed down into here. So hence the target 4119. It's below the 61.8, but it's above the 78.6. And we're just waiting for that to go on. We have the robots all set and ready to roll. Let's have a quick look at gold. Right, gold, robots are on. So the 2.2 fracker is working. That was yesterday's trade. Today's trade this morning, again, What was I looking for? Well, I was looking, this is a grade 2 candle, of course, on the 415 reversal, but I took a 415 reversal, set, break in here. Market moved up, stop under the swing low, and just going for a cheeky little trade to the tops from yesterday. So long as Trump doesn't do any saber rattling today, there's no reason why that phase wave will not run all the way up into there, which will give us quite a nice trade. As you know, we trade 2% on gold. So that would give us 3% return on that one. Just to zoom right out. Take the trades off so we can quite clearly see what's going on. So we had a loose head and shoulders pattern here. Now, this was from, I think, from Friday. We were looking at this. So my view was you've got to trade the range while it's under 33.72. On that breakout, and that structural breakout, the market will be away, and it'll be going back up to the targets that I've specified up there anyway. If the market breaks below here, this is the 4-hour head and shoulders reversal pattern, you're going to be, look, what the heck does that say? A target. I think it should say a target, shouldn't it? Fat fingers. Radio. There we go. So we're looking at a target. If the market breaks below 32.60 area, then market should be looking at coming off. So below 32.60, I'd be negative on gold, even though it's going against the trend. There's a big head and shoulders pattern there, which is just as the market moves on, it's getting weaker and weaker because the pattern's not following through. So we are, as I mentioned, just playing the range to the top side only, because we always go with the flow, always go with the trend. So yesterday I went with the trend, made quite a few rupees, very, very nice indeed. I think we had quite a lot of trades on yesterday on that. Where is it? Where is gold? That was gold. So that was the trade there. We had 2%, 3%. Yeah, so those are pretty monster trades on gold. I need to type them in to show what we actually got. So that was pretty monster trades yesterday on gold. Oh, there it is there. So there's a pattern, and there is the trade. So today we're going from a pullback of a higher low. And let's put the trades back on so you can see them. So at the moment, we're just about break even on our manual trade, and the bot seems to have beaten us. Never mind. But yeah, the bot is doing what the bot's done. You can see its function. Can you see here? It's already moved its stop to entry function. So the stop to entry function, oops, that's wrong. Delete. Let's put that, what is it, version 2.2 on gold. That's the one, version 2.2 on gold. So what it's doing here is going to its trigger. The market's obviously moved up to 5, and now it's done its break even trigger function. And so these bots, it's one way to get in and 3 ways to get out and manage risk. So this bot cannot lose. If the market comes down, it wins. If the market goes up, it wins even more. So it's already triggered its function because that had gone to 5. Our normal trade is still doing what it's doing there. So US crude, we're 26 pips up. Gold, we're a few pips up. USD CAD. Oh, we didn't look at USD CAD, did we? USD CAD. USD CAD. Forgot that one. So USD CAD's now mullered the target. So if you want to come out, has it done 27? I think we'll do a stop to entry on this one. It's already come down 26.8. We had 27 pips as a stop. Let's put a stop. I'll tell you what, let's see if we can put a stop on some fractal structure. Right, so we can see some fractal structure here. So we can move our stop above this fractal structure here. So fractals are great for doing the breakdowns, but they're also great for actually managing the stop, just moving your stop down. So if we get a reversal, we're obviously going to win. And if we go even further, we're going to win even more. So I'll just use USD CAD. That's a 15-minute bar, and that was 27, and forgot what this one was now. You notice here that sometimes the IG stops, PRT stops writing in. Thought it was 32. Yes, it is 32. So 32 divided by so it's going for a 1 to 1.2. So put a little alert on that down into these levels. So we're just about there with that one. And the other one we didn't look at was Euro USD. Euro USD. These are all in the AI reports. We forecasted these at 6 o'clock this morning. So 18, 16 pips. If you'd been going just for 1-to-1, did you get 16 pips? Hell yes, that would have been a nice that would have been a nice bank 1-to-1. What we're going to do in here. So don't forget, for people who are outside of this and watching this from the outside on YouTube, this is not only a live trading room, it's a training room as well. So we're showing and talking about risk management, talking about structures, talking about candle patterns and strategies. So I've got to talk through all the different things and what we're thinking about. So if we were just trading live, then I'd be probably a lot quieter than I am, and we'd just be focused on ripping money out the market. But it's nice to make money in the market while you're training at the same time. It's just nice to, as you're learning, get the feeling of winning as well. So that's really good. Or best just check the live. Has anyone said anything? Right. Okay, great. If you've got any questions, please shout out. I will look at the stream. Thanks, Paul, anyway, for reminding me. So crude's absolutely smashing it, coming down now. Gold's, yeah, going really well. USD CAD's going really, really well. Everything's going really, really well. So that's good. So Euro USD, USD CAD, USD Japani, gold and oil, 5 out of 6 from the AI report are all in the money, all making money. So it's not bad, is it? The dirty dozen. Bots seem to be working well. That's Rory. All right, yeah, great. Rory's not online. Or is it? It'd be at work probably. Yeah, great. Yeah, the bots are working really well. The dirty dozen are working really well. I should change them really, because if you look at, they're calling the dirty dozen. Where are we? The dirty dozen. Where is it? The dirty dozen, but there's 17 bots now. So I need to do a new. I suppose I could do a YouTube on it, because no one really knows. The only people in the trading room really know these are there, and then we're going to Scooby-Doo what these are. So I should do a little video on it as well. So blinding bit of kit really. Never mind. FTSE. Is there some on the FTSE setting up yet? Right, we've got the initial balance kicking in now. We've got past 9 o'clock, and let's see where the IB range is. Just to remind people, initial balance, very old term. It is the high and low of the first trading hour of the market, and there are strategies where you can trade the initial balance. So here we go. We've got the IB. You can see the line drawing in now. So that's the highest point in the market you can see. Between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and that's the lowest point in the market. So generally speaking, if you're going to trade the initial balance, you will be wanting to trade a bounce off the bottom of the initial balance using the 1 minute frackers. So what you're looking for is the market to bounce, come under the initial balance, and then give you a 1 minute fractal break, you know, like this, a 1 minute break up above the initial balance and trade within the range of the balance. If the market comes up to the top here and breaks the initial balance, what you're looking for is the market to retest the initial balance and produce a fractal breakout here. And that will take us up to our target up here from the IB high, initial balance high, IBL, initial balance low. So we're in no man's land at the moment. It's just been snaking around the market. Well done to some of the guys in the room that got the closing gap. I was trying to manage the risk too tightly, and no loss, no gain. So if you haven't got your initial balance indicator on, it's in the ITF files guys on the OneDrive. Always useful to see what's happened in the first hour, but you know, you could always just draw the initial balance on like so, and then turn the indicator off if you don't want to see the lines. That's your box of interest, really. Market's bullish, so you want to buy off the bottom, and you want to buy a breakout at the top. Ideally, the market's a real pain in the ass. It'll come down quicker, and we'll get this. If this hasn't triggered, in other words, the camera breakout short trigger, the bounce. If that has not triggered by 12 o'clock, take it off, because we've got American influence into the markets, and so at the moment we're in BTC. Oh, let's have a very quick look at BTC. What's happening? You've got two bots on BTC working away. One's got 415 under the belt, and the other one's just minus 120 odd, but that's running all right. Don't count the bots in our trading. It's just what happens in the background. Gold, it's pretty stagnant at the moment, but making money on the manual trades. That's the bot, of course. We don't sort of check, don't include that. So Euro USD making money, USD CAD making money, USD Japani 2 points down, that's all. Gold making money, oil making money. So it's doing okay. I'm just thinking, I haven't put a time frame on for the training, the 9:45. How about if we just... The thing is, everything's making money. It's not good just sitting there watching the thing make money. We've managed risk. We're stopped at entry on things. All right, yeah. One thing I am doing as well. When I get round to it, I'll do it. It's hopefully it'll get done this week with the new website. I'm doing a subscription for the AI, so you can have that on a monthly dip in, dip out for the reports to help a bit of focus. It's doing about 160, between 100, 160 websites a day, RNS feeds and data, so you don't have to read it all yourself. It does it all for you. Gives you a report, and then it gives you top 3 buys, top 3 sells, as indicated by at least three independent sources from all the data sources it looks at. I then review those and then top and tail with my technical overview on where the market should go. And so you can see today, 5 out of 6, so that's not so bad. So that will be available this week. What will be available as well is the opportunity to dip in and dip out and come into the live trading room on a monthly subscription as well. So you can just jump in for a month, see what it's all about, and jump out for a month, or continue trading with us on a monthly subscription as well as that. The monthly subscription will be just part of the live room. There's no mentoring in that or the actual live strategies. That's for my private membership group. If you're interested in being a member, give me a shout. I'll take you around the room and see what you think, and see if we are a fit, and then you can become part of my trading group. If not, you can do monthly, and I think we trade at least five times a week. But this week we'll be trading 5 normal sessions plus the DAX and the Dow. So we're doing at least 7 sessions this week. Right, I'm going to stop waffling. How about, what time is it now? It's 10 past 8, 10 past 9. How about we just call it? Oh, has anyone got any questions? Anyone in the trading room got any questions at all, or anything you want me to prepare for our support resistance session? Anyone got anything particular want me to prepare for on that? No. Okay, well, we'll go through from daily down to 15 minutes. Support top, bottom, and oblique. So we'll run through that, all recorded, so you can redo that, review that as well. So what I think we'll do, we'll kind of call that. We're just waiting. Right, on the S&P, do you think dead cat bounce, or just interested to understand where it may be heading overall? Mickey Long, nice to see you back on the S&P. Let's have a little look at the S&P. Let's just have a little look at the S&P. Let me put the levels on, and then we can have a look at the S&P. For me, well, before I say what I think, let's just put the levels, update the levels in the S&P. I can run it through the tool as well if you want me to, and ask AI what it thinks about the S&P. If you want me to do that, quite happy to do that. Where's my levels? Or we can test Sophie live and see what she thinks. So the highs are 555.3.66. The low is 54.68.64. And the close yesterday was 55.28.75. Very very slowly creeping up, that one, isn't it? Where's my phone gone? Oh, here we are. I don't know whether you guys will be able to hear this. I'll just ask. Hang on. Let's see if it works. Hey, Sophie.
Hey, Stephen. What's up?
Hi. Quick question. We're trading at the moment, intraday trading. What I would like you to do is have a look at the S&P from a technical perspective. Have a review of all the available markets. Use Wall Street Journal as the daily pivot basis, and give me a view of where the market thinks the S&P 500 may trade to today, to the highs and to the lows. Can you do that for me?
I couldn't find specific intraday analysis for the S&P 500 from the Wall Street Journal. However, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust, SPY, is currently trading around $550.85, up 0.08% from the previous close. From a technical perspective, key levels to watch include the recent high around $555 and support near $545. Given current market sentiment and recent economic data, the S&P 500 may see resistance around the $555 level and support around $545, with potential intraday swings within this range.
All right. Thanks, Sophie. Bye-bye. Turn her off. That just shows you the limitations of AI. Not a Scooby-Doo. So AI is great for getting fundamental information and economic news and things, but it all seems to come back to the actual trader itself. So what we're looking at here on the 1 hour, you can see where the market's coming back down toward the close on the, let's say, the S&P. So looking at these technicals here for Mike, I would be very keen today, if I was going to trade the S&P, to buy Camarilla breakout short. That's, I'll just put the numbers up so you can see them. So I'd be wanting to buy 54.82s in that area with a stop under the swing low. Yeah, just very quickly looking at where we are with that. Yeah, I would certainly would not buy the highs today. We've not got anything supporting that. We want the market to actually come. We want the market to come back. The perfect storm would be for this market to come down toward the daily pivot. That would be the perfect storm. And to buy, because there's lots of pivot traders in the S&P, and buy the pivot, first of all, to the gap, look for a pullback and profit taking, and then I would look for this market to go up to 55.75 area. If we can do it, can we do a Fibbo on Fibbo extension on that? Not just turn these pivots off just for the moment. We don't use individual bar days. It's very, very tight, isn't it? If you are looking for a very precise target that the Fibbo boys will be going for, then you're probably looking at 56.17 on the top side. So long as we really do need, you can see the 200 EMA here, and kind of supports a buy at the 54.82 levels. Ideally, coming down to this level, that would be really, really good. We are completely overcooked, though, aren't we, on the stotch? You've seen where the market moved from a daily to its highs. So 55, 56, 47 would be the next Fibonacci daily extension, which is actually R3. With no real news and saber rattling going on, I think I would be more comfortable heading for Camarilla breakout long. But the daily longer term would be heading up towards R3. Assuming the close is held today, there's another extension that we can see quite clearly would be here. That gives us a 61.8% extension at 55.77. So yeah, I would look for 55.75 as a target for the day today. If you can get it from the lower down, then that would be even better. I don't know if that answers your question, Mike. But the market is positive, very positive. So long as the close holds, we are looking really for a kind of bullseye up around here, aren't we? All depends where the market comes down to. Ideally, the perfect storm would be down into this level here, into that pivot. Look at see if we can buy into that pivot, 15-minute bar reversal, and hike the market up to Camarilla breakout long. That would be good. No problem, Mike. Right, I'm going to go. What time is it now? We're moving on. Yeah, we're up. We're moving on. So I'd say bye, guys, and going to go and get a cup of coffee, and we'll be on at 9:45 for the support and resistance. I'll put the info in the invites room, and I will see you all then. All right.
Thanks, Steve.
Great.
Cheers,
Cheers,
guys.
Steve. Bye. Bye.
Yes, thank you.